Gareth Southgate has announced his squad. This is only going to be the second last squad before the announcement of the squad that's going to go to the Euros. This is the third one of this season. There's one more that's coming over in March. And the squad has, as it always seems to do, divides opinion, creates much speculation and conjecture, actually, about who should be in it, who should not. The biggest one of lot, Rory, which actually cannot take any airwaves right now, is the Harry Maguire one, because everyone used to say, he's not playing. He's not playing for Man United. He's now playing and in the squad, even though there's a lot of people that still feel that he's not good enough. The other one, I suppose, is the Jordan Henderson. That's going to divide opinion. Ward-Prowse, Sterling. But Rory, there's always going to be players. I don't think I've ever known an England squad that everyone has gone, yeah, perfect, that's the squad. He's got it. Every England squad is open to debate and conjecture.
There is an element of that, but I think that with an England side, picking the England squad, I think it's a really easy thing to do. And I think most fans would agree that if you adopt this policy on doing so, they'll back it. It's a meritocracy. Are you the best player in your position that qualifies to represent that country? And if you are, you should be in the England squad.
But how do you decide over what longevity or length is he the best player in that squad?
I think it has to be most recently, really. I think it does. Like, there's no point. So let's use Jordan Henderson. Jordan Henderson is a great example to use here. For the record, I love Henderson. I think he's a fantastic player. I think he is one of the best captains that the Premier League has ever seen. I think his contribution as captain is up there with the very best. And I actually think he's a better Liverpool captain than any other player that has played for Liverpool and worn the armband in the Premier League era.
What, better than Gerrard?
As a captain, he's not a better footballer. He's incomparable.
Better captain than Gerrard?
He's a better captain.
Rory, we're getting on so well.
He's a better captain.
A better captain?
I mean, I don't think it's that extreme. As a captain, Jordan Henderson, he was selfless. He was fantastic.
Gerrard?
He won more.
I know, but Gerrard didn't have Salah.
He's not a better player. He's nowhere near. He's incomparable as a player. But I think he is a sensational captain. I think he's a captain comparable to the very best.
Go on.
But look,
I don't agree.
But look, previously he would obviously be a shoo-in for an England squad.
Yeah.
So if we're looking back, if we're doing maybe nostalgia, if we're doing a cumulative thing over recent years, Henderson should be in. But obviously he shouldn't be in now. So I think it has to be.
Who should be in?
Well, a player that I would say should be in the squad and isn't, I think Anthony Gordon.
Here's my problem with that, right? I think, and I'm going to try and get into Gareth's head. Jude Bellingham, 20. Conor Gallagher, 22. Calvin Phillips, hasn't got many caps. Declan Rice young. Trent Alexander, he's in midfield. I think he's in terms of experienced midfielders, I think you do need that type of player in the squad. Now, I'm not too far behind you when I'm saying that. I actually don't think that he's going to make the Euros.
You don't think Henderson will?
I'm not sure.
Well, then what's the point in picking him now?
Because I think he's still got a role to play.
We've already qualified.
I think in terms of like Jude Bellingham in there, Connor, I think he's still got a role to play. But you know what? He might, in terms of injuries, who knows what's going to happen between now and then. I've got this feeling that he won't make it because I think that there will be other examples. There's injury. I mean, Mason Mount hasn't appeared. There's Sterling.
I don't see the point in picking him now. I think the way that this squad looks now, and I think actually Gareth Southgate alluded to this fact, the way that the squad looks now, of course there is room for manoeuvre to a degree, but the shape of this squad now, if you look at this selection of players, this is a direct indicator as to how it will look when we head to Berlin next summer. This is it. This is definitely it. There's no point in picking anyone here who has no chance of going because we've already qualified.
I didn't say he's got no chance.
We've already qualified.
Yeah, I wouldn't say he's got no chance, but I think that there will be change. But someone made a great point in the meeting, actually, because it's his last tournament. He is now. It's almost a little bit like Sir Alex Ferguson's last season.
Yeah, he's not going to build it for someone else.
No, he didn't. He left actually a squad in tatters. He bought. Who did he buy for Arsenal, the centre forward, left foot? God.
Robin Van Persie.
He bought Van Persie, right?
Yeah.
He spent 25 million. That was the difference because they lost the title the season before on goal difference. Bought him and left an ageing back four for David Moyes to end up.
They did win the league, though.
They did, but he actually didn't build a squad. He left. I thought.
I think you're on. I think you're on something. But they were also champions.
They were champions, but he got the money spent on Van Persie was the difference maker because the season before they lost it on goal difference and he wasn't going to do that again. Yeah. He got the difference maker. But I just wonder whether we're now looking at, and you might have a very good point about looking at this squad saying, do you know what? I have in my mind's eye about who I'm going to play, how I'm going to play, and the squad I want. I still think that Jordan might, but if you listen,
Look, Jade, football being a meritocracy, Jordan Henderson should be nowhere near this squad today. Nowhere near it. So the fact that he's in it today would suggest that he's going to be.
Maybe you're right.
So I think that's unjust. If you think about midfielders who deserve an opportunity there, I don't think it's correct. And then I suppose Marcus Rashford's another example here. Marcus Rashford has scored 1 goal in 15 games. Does he deserve to be in this squad? Has he had a better season than, say, Anthony Gordon?
Or even Sterling? No, I think it's fair to say not. But there's a lot that could happen between now and next summer, let me tell you. Now, of course, another omission from the squad was down to the fact that he decided and felt that it wasn't right to be in this squad. He's had injuries, a lot of injuries. I'm talking about Reece James. He hasn't played 90 minutes in the last 2 months. Of course, he played against Spurs. Came off before that 90 minutes. Might have been wrapped in cotton wool. He has injury problems and he asked not to join the squad. Let's hear now from Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino, who gives his views on Reece James pulling out of the England squad himself.
I think it's good from the national team and then with the communication with the club is to take the best decision for the player and for the national team and for Chelsea also, but not is a decision of Reece. Reece is desperate to go. He wants to go, but I think that always is two parts. Is the national team and the club. I think that take the best decision for him. And after all these problems, and now start to feel fit again. I think, and for sure he will have the opportunity to join the national team in the future.
As Pochettino talking about Reece James pulling out of the squad, and personally, I think it's the right decision.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app, and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.